Hi, my name is Anirudh and welcome to Masterlife. In this video, we're going to cover a framework to find out what you can be best in the world at. I think it's each of our responsibility to be best in the world at something, right? Even for you to think about it, if I ask you, what do you think you can be best in the world at? It actually can be a very overwhelming question. You can oh my God, where did that come from, right? So I think it's important for us to start thinking about what's my place in this world and what can I do to be the best in the world at something. So the framework, the way it goes is the first thing you got to do is figure out what you're really good at or what is your talent and unique skill that you have. So Angela Duckworth in her book Grit, she has this thing. She says talent into effort is equal to skill and skill into effort is equal to achievement. So what she's primarily trying to say is talent into effort squared, where effort kind of compounds over a period of time, leads to achievement. Okay, so now let's focus on talent. Now, how do I figure out what are you already pretty good at, right? So Gary Vaynerchuk has this thing where he says, talk to 15 people, 5 people who know you really well, 5, let's say, are your acquaintances or your colleagues, and then 5 people, let's say, you've interacted online, and ask each of them, what are you really good at? Okay, ask them, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and actually ask them, what do you think you can be best in the world at? Okay, look at all the patterns and you start seeing patterns of, oh my God, I didn't realize they thought that I was really good at this. They didn't realize, oh, I was actually not very good at this, right? And the things that you're not good at, you need to have absolute discipline to not focus on that, okay? So once you've figured out, once you've seen patterns in it, next, list down a set of achievements right from, let's say, grade 5 till today. Okay, all your achievements, right from you did well in academics, let's say you did well in sports, right? Or you won Mr. Personality. And then figure out what was the skill that was required behind it, right? The skill could have been, I'm good at picking up new topics, or I can put in time consistently over a period of time and get better at it, or I'm extremely creative, okay? So once you've kind of figured out patterns and you have that information, next we got to look at effort, right? So when I talk about effort, I want you to look at all the people in your space that are absolutely crushing it. Okay, so let's say if I'm in the personal growth space, I would look at people like a Tim Ferriss, a Tony Robbins, or maybe even a Gary Vaynerchuk, right? And I would look at, okay, how long have they been putting in that effort? They've been, let's say Tony Robbins is an outlier who's been doing it for 30 years. But most people, at least in my space, have been consistently putting in effort for 10 years and putting out videos or content at least once. If it's videos, it's in the form of once a week. If it's content as like text content, at least once every 2 days, right? So now do you have the patience to say, I'm going to put in that effort, which is your effort squared over the next 10 years, okay? So now it's setting timelines, or this is the amount of effort that I'm going to put in. Next, you got to figure out what's your medium of expression. Is it video, audio, or text, or in person? I think a lot of people kind of get that wrong early on. Like I, for the longest time, thought my medium expression that I had to write, okay? But over a period of time, I realized maybe I'm better off in terms of being in front of the camera. Maybe I'm actually better off in the form of actually creating podcasts, okay? So figuring out your medium of expression, okay? And then finally, the journey is long. The journey is long in terms of, let's say, a 10-year period. What are the systems that you're going to put in place when you want to give up? Okay, how do I make sure that I don't give up? And we can refer to one of our earlier videos in terms of systems of happiness or staying balanced, where you journal every day, where your affirmations are positive. Okay, so in this video, you have, again, a lot of worksheets that we're giving you in terms of trying to figure out what can you be the best in the world at, how do you kind of create a unique voice, and what is your competitive advantage. Okay, so I hope that helped. Thank you.